Capricorn, how you doing? Yes, we are in a different position. I do. Some of you could be making different positions. I don't know. Position. Looking for a different position. I'm looking for a promotion or something like that, or skilled worker. Scale, you could be dealing with a Libra. Like I'm looking for a position in something, okay, or physician. Someone that may be, I don't know, kind of like looking like I need therapy in some kind of way, and I need... I'm also hearing aromatherapy. Some of you might be into like all of the essential oils and stuff like that. If you're dealing with oil, you could be dealing with a Virgo or a Life Path 9 maybe. But essential oils, and this is essential, okay, or ascension. Some of you are ascending to a different level of something. Ascending, so you could be experiencing an awakening and a bit of a meltdown. But anyway, Capricorn, I'm not going to do too much, not channel-wise, because I got a feeling the audio is going to be completely and utterly different. So, as you may know, we've changed positions, okay? So it could be a physician, you're changing positions. If you're doing things on a camera, you might be moving. You could actually be changing position of something like that, moving stuff around, like feng shui, cleaning stuff out, garage, hotel, like a hotel. You could be a cleaner, you could be called Tina. Or you could be getting a Cortina, so you could be dealing with a car, which would be a Life Path 7 or a Cancerian for a lot of you. I don't know. I keep picking up like moving stuff around, okay, like preparing for something and moving stuff around, looking for a different position, a little bit like this, okay. So very quickly, when I do Capricorn, I also do any placement of Gemini or 6. Or 6, okay. 6 is Capricorn, 6 is also Gemini. Life Path 6, so Gemini, Capricorn, Life Path 6s. They're all involved within one reading, basically, so you might find the same kind of stuff. So, channeled wise, moving things around, positioning, light, feng shui, position stuff, making different promotions and stuff like this, moving, okay, moving stuff around, so it could be like, I don't know, you've got like something in the home and you're moving stuff around, okay, so you could be at work, okay, and if you work for an elderly residential home, for a lot of you might be moving elderly residents around, okay, and say, look, you go in this room, you go in this room, you go in this room. Some of you work at a hotel or something like that, and you're positioning people where you want them in a hotel. What else am I getting for you? Some of you, it might be where you work somewhere, basically, and it might be where you're looking for a place for an elderly patient to go, okay, because they might be moving. Now, there is this energy that is moving, but is also moving stuff around as well, like going around it, not through it, so fear. So you could be dealing with a Leo placement or an Aquarian placement, okay, and it's kind of like, I'm fearful. It's like a circular action is kind of what I'm picking up, like moving things around. Could be the moon. So you could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces placement, which would also be a 9. So that would be a Virgo energy. Pisces, I'm kind of picking up huge energies of Pisces, of circling something, circular, circuit. Some of you could be doing circuit training. Treadmill. But you could be doing circuit training, something to do around like the gym. Jim, Jalen, Juice and Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, Jackie's son. Jackie's son could be moving things around. You could be called Jackie. You could be helping a load of moving parts. So they're saying that there's moving parts to whatever it is. So it's a little bit like this. You push on that and it comes down. Okay, like moving parts, like mechanics. Michael, but like mechanics. Like it has moving parts to it, okay? Like a gear shift lever, this could actually be a mechanic. It could be like hydraulics, that kind of stuff that this does have on it. Okay, a car bonnet, I'm also picking up a car bonnet. So it might be where like, well, this is like a car bonnet, if you like. So when you lift it, it goes shh, okay, and then you push on the bar and it goes zzz. So I'm picking up like hydraulics, car bonnet, something to do with around a car that you might be having serviced or looked at. You might do this for a living around car bonnets and like cars itself, so you might be interested in cars. So you might be valeting, that kind of stuff. I'm also hearing the name Valerie, okay. So I'm also hearing Valerie, so I'm hearing what's her name that sung Valerie? So Rehab. So Abigail, Abbott, Abby, okay, there might be some kind of addiction energy here of rehabilitation centre. So there might be someone around you that could be an addict of some sort, and you're looking to manoeuvre things around for like moving, going into a rehab, or like physical moving out of a state or a country to get away from the past. For a lot of you, okay, if it's persisted to do a lot of, I mean, I was hearing persisted sister, so it might be your sister or brother, like if you've got siblings, or say if you're watching this and you have sister or brother, and they have this placement of 6, that would be cross-watched, if you like, so the message would be the same. So it would be like someone that could have an addiction in the family, and they might be manoeuvring a lot of stuff around, so on and so forth, okay, and it could be because of someone's addiction, okay, so it would be avoiding maybe, okay. Okay, so I'm also hearing that there might be a baby involved here, okay, because I'm hearing maybe there's a baby involved in this movement energy, okay, so it might be moving closer towards family members or away from family members, I'm not really sure, because I'm picking up like Sandy Shore, so to be sure, someone from Ireland, okay, going to Ireland or across the island. Anyway, sorry, if you don't know, I channel a load of stuff. For a start, it may not make any sense, the sense that makes none. You could be dealing with a Libra, and number 2 somewhere. If you just found this channel, you're going to find it very bizarre and very weird to understand how I'm channeling and why. If you are interested in that, you'll need the new tier that is over on Patron, because I've got loads of stuff, but I'll explain towards the end. So your energy of what I'm channeling at the moment is about moving, okay, moving stuff around, things that might be like this, okay, that might have like hydraulics, moving stuff, feng shui, moving cameras or moving stuff around in different positions at home. I'm also hearing a physician, so it might be where you're looking for a second opinion of something that may be medical and you need a second opinion. I'm also hearing Penny, the name Penny, penitentiary. I don't know if there's anything to do around a 4 of Wands, Scorpio, Aries, life path 4. And okay, so what I'm picking up in my head, what they get me to look at as a vision, is the 4 of Wands of moving. Okay, so I don't think the 4 of Wands is a prison. I think what it is that, yeah, there's a court energy here, but that would be Johnny Depp being a Gemini. Okay, so we're not going to go into that. Some of you might be interested in, like I am, watching the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial, okay, because he is a Gemini, which is a 6 that comes up as Capricorn. Okay, you'll get really lost if you don't know how I do this. Okay, so there might be like a sentence of something that's kind of coming up, the sense that makes none, which would be a 2, which would mean Libra, so it would mean a court action and a court appearance. Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, a court appearance. Might be to do with ex, divorced children. So apart from that, I'm seeing also a flat. So I'm hearing an energy that someone might be in a flat, but they're thinking about moving stuff around their flat or moving stuff around a home because someone may be visiting. And it might be the circumstance that seems to be coming up where someone is physically thinking about the future of moving, physically moving to a 4 of Wands. So that would be preparation of marriage, relationship, new marriage or old marriage. I don't know. You could be dealing with a third party energy there somewhere. For you guys that are leaving the past to go towards the future, there's something of like leaving a 4 of Wands behind, which would be like a house, a home, something that to go towards a new place. So it could just be travelling. Place, if I say place, you say cod, haddock, fish, Pisces, life path 3, maybe, of like travelling, okay, so that's off the top of my head. So again, so now I can go into, I don't know what the audio is going to sound like, Capricorn, everything is changed around, everything changes but you, okay, so you really got to be dealing with that 4 Scorpio energy. Just very quickly before we get into your tarot, Capricorn, there's a lot to kind of go through, okay. I've got a load of equipment now that allows me to go live, okay. AppSumo, they've had like a complete and utter deal on things, okay? So I've bought a live suite, so I can actually go live, but the reason why I've got that is because I want to test it on here, but I really want to do it for the teaching tier over on Patreon, to go live for patrons over there. I've got lists and lists of videos that Spirit's been getting me to look at to make, so I've been making loads of, I'll tell you, because that's how I pretty much started channeling, is by making these lists. So that's all going to be over there. And things have changed. There's a big treadmill here now. We used to be facing that way, but now we're facing this way, so you can have light coming this way. So things are changing around, but I do have a Gemini moon. There you go. So let's see. Let's see. Camera positions, that sort of stuff. X-ray vision, visionary, X-ray vision. That's going to be everybody. X-ray. Some of you could have an X called Ray. Okay. Rachel or Ray. Ricky, Rashad, Evans, Barry. Oh, anyway, let's just get on. So Capricorn, what have we got for advice through Steve's punk deck for Capricorn? It sounds strange when I'm sitting here because the echo is different. Okay, so you got three cards, Capricorn. You need food in your belly. Eat a fucking taco. Again, some of you have got an eating disorder. Which way, I don't know. Mine is not bulimia, it's the other way. Binge eating disorder. Some of you, Laura and Order, Lucy, Louise, Lol, any like a Lucifer. So I think a lot of you could really have some kind of eating disorder. You're on a diet or anything like that, or you have an eating disorder of bulimia or something, right? Anorexia or bulimia, that's what it is saying to me. Okay, so basically you can't force feed somebody. So if you have a eating disorder, it's saying that this card, you have an eating disorder. Okay, so now is not the fucking time. So basically you are more than likely not speaking to your partner, and because fuck it, because I've had enough. So some of you are dealing with a child, or you are a child, okay, or you just sick to death of the childish behaviour of someone, okay. Now this, like I said, it can be a friend, lover, mother, sister, brother, situation at work, any kind of situation at hand. Hannah. Let's see, one more card for Capricorn, because they all came out in a lump. You've got a good thing going. Don't ruin that shit. So it feels like someone's doing, because I keep picking up someone's doing very childish, stupid behaviour of kiss chase Steve's headbutt crunch. If I can't get your attention this way, I'll try to get your attention this way. Ha ha this way, ha ha that way. Too, like ha ha ha, like it's funny. Why does someone think it's funny to torment someone here? Because someone's got a very good thing going. Thing, if I say thing, you say Stephen King. So it could be a Stephen, I don't know. But I'm hearing you got a good thing going, don't ruin that shit. So someone's trying to ruin it, which means that you could be dealing with self-sabotage 5 energies. Taurus, Sagittarian, Aquarian placements possible. But 5 energies is really what I'm picking up for your cards. Before we get to them, you need food. There is a eating disorder here for a lot of you. Now is not the fucking time, because somebody's just feels like the person's wasting their time by keep arguing. So this person's saying, well, their energy is you've got a good thing going, that's from spirit, but someone's doing their best to fuck it up. Because fuck it. Okay, so you got this, at the moment, this very childish behaviour around someone. This is why I'm doing majority of things on Patreon now, because this is where everybody will just be like, I can't listen to all of that. It's the truth. Okay, because that'll be cross-watchers getting cross-eyed and pissed off. You need food in your belly. Eat a fucking taco. Who's that? 7 of Swords. Could be Life Path 7. That wouldn't really be me. That's because I've got a fucking taco in my belly that I need to get on this treadmill and start running. So there is some kind of, whichever way it is, it could be you and your partner, but there is an eating disorder here, because there's trying to avoid eating food, and there's also trying to get rid of eating food, meaning I need to burn fuel off on a treadmill to get rid of the food that I've eaten. Okay, now if any of you are fitness addicts and fitness freaks of some sort, but you need food, but you're doing too much exercise but not enough food, then there's an eating disorder there, okay? Because that might be trying to avoid the subject that I've not been eating anything at all, which I always say food for thought. If you don't have food, it affects your thoughts. Your thoughts create an argument because of food. So it gives you something to think about, okay? So it means that if I'm avoiding food, that's going to affect my brain capacity and cells of blood. So it will affect my body. If it affects my body, it affects my outlook of life, it affects my chart, and then it starts to also affect my mind, okay? So I try to avoid telling anybody anything, which means that I could be lying about certain things because I'm not being forthright with it. Okay, so I try to avoid the subject because I know that it's very difficult, okay? But it could be also that I trusted you to tell you certain things around food and you exploited it, okay? You manipulated the situation where I told you something that was very personal about food, exercise, working out, all this kind of stuff, and I told you in confidence that something here of an argument, because a 5 is carried by 7. Well, the 7 carries 5. So someone started an argument here, pretty much, and it could have well been to do with how someone looks, their appearance, their weight, not enough or too much. But I think the argument here was stirred up by the energy of how someone looks, how they look, okay? So they acted childishly about their looks. So it caused an argument. Okay, so it's avoiding, straight up no chaser, bruv. Someone's arguing here about how someone looks, or that they told someone something, or they stole something from someone. I'm picking that up as a story as well, Capricorn. You've got quite a few coming through here. God, I'm picking up that Palonitini. I got food in my belly. I got is it 10 out of 10? Palonitini. I got food in my belly. I don't know how it goes. Anyway, now is not the fucking time. 10. Because I can't be asked to keep going around this same fucking thing. It's like a playground energy. I really do keep picking up. 7 and 1 is an 8 of swords. Like, I'm at home exercising. Okay. Now is not the time. Is it a cycle or is it over? Okay. But somebody keeps trying to get the other person to focus on endings and not beginnings. Like, kind of like this. I thought we'd got over this. You know, I thought we'd got over this. I thought we'd stopped arguing about unnecessary bollocks. Okay, and I thought we'd got over this. But you want to do it again? Why do you want to do it again? Why would you do that? Why would you say that? Why would you create something of an argument to do with around looks? Okay, why would that also be? 7, the film 7, never cut your nose off to spite your face. Okay, so it might be to do with around I'm too good looking, or my face, or something like that, or I can't show my face, or something to do with around face. Okay, because I keep picking up the way someone looks, and then I pick up the energy of what created this channel, which was an original called SE7EN. 7. Never cut your nose off to spite your face the way you look. But somebody gets jealous over someone's look or tries to get their attention like an attention seeker. Okay, I'm seeking attention because I want you to notice me. But generally that is women trying to get the attention of men. Okay, sorry, could be the other way around. But that's me being a man reader. Okay, so I'm hearing, or a man eater, Hannibal Lecter, Jodie Frost, Cockfrost, Foster. Because fuck it. Why is this here? Because fuck it. 2. Again, man, someone's creating mirrors and drama here. This is also what's going to be part of teaching, when I'm teaching cards and stories and everything. Very important here, very important. Okay, there's a mirror that is created here by look and style, because 2 of Cups also means true or false. Okay, so what it means is that someone could be lying. Okay, they could have said something that offended somebody. Okay, or it started an argument around food or looks in some form or manner. Okay, the person may not have admitted what caused the argument, which means they could have lied, which means that when questioned in court, okay, but when questioned, whatever it is, when questioned about it, they may have avoided it by not saying, which means lying. So if there's a problem, I'll solve it. So I'm trying to solve this riddle for you, okay, which is part of the teaching course over on Patron. Okay, so I am trying to express to you of something that is around someone's look, weight, health or fitness or anything. And I tried to explain that to you. When I did, you ran off and hung up and went your own way. Caused an argument. Normally when you argument, people stop speaking to one another. So because of that, something happened where you ran off and hung up. Okay, bam, that happened. Right. Now, someone, because of the Two of Cups, more than likely didn't admit what caused the argument, which is, again, sorry to keep promoting, another video that we're going to be going over on Patreon. What creates mirrors of dark thoughts and dark energy? Okay. So am I going to have to go over this, Spirit? Yes. Okay. So when someone doesn't admit the truth too, okay, when you first look at an argument of anything that causes a mirror, the best way of ever doing it is looking at the cause. What caused this? What caused the argument? What was the first thing that was said for someone to run off and not want to speak? So whatever that was, if the person throws it back in one's face to say, no, it was you. 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 No, you said, no, because I went and said, and then, but you, no, I lied. I actually didn't tell you the fact that pissed me off what you said. So if I want to be honest, I have to tell you what started this argument. If the other person isn't prepared to listen, they're acting childishly. Okay. Or Lee, or Laura, or Lucy, or Lucifer. This could even be you guys, right? Not prepared to stay around and listen to the truth, which was, there was something in this argument that started it. Okay? Now I'm trying to tell you what started it. If you're not prepared to listen, then we can't solve it. So we are not vanilla or ice. Okay? So what are we? Cold as ice. Okay? So cold-hearted, meaning, because why? Because fuck it, I said, you started an argument, I tried to explain and you hung up and you went your own way. If you'd stayed around long enough, I would have actually expressed to you what was it that pissed you off that made you want to just fucking run away and not listen. Okay? So there was something that started it, but if this would be an Amber and Johnny, you would look at the same scenario. They're mirroring and triggering one another off, where when told, if it shouted and screamed and it turns violent, okay, violent, or violet, okay, or V, okay, but if it turns very violent, that's normally when people don't really want to stay around and listen, right? But that can also lead to another video, which would be intimidation. Now, intimidation can also be silence, right? Because it can be, I run off and don't explain to you amicably and sensibly about what it is that caused this. Okay, so I'll just remain quiet, and then when questions say, look, was it really because of this? And they say no, but that was the truth. That means they were lying, that created this mirror here for the energy to get confused. So if you came up with a 7 of Cups or a 9 of Wands, that would mean also gaslighting. Because if somebody lies and not really admits what hurt their ego, and they lie, but then they try to convince the other person that it wasn't anything, and they lie, that's gaslighting. Gaslighting is something that started it. They know, the person individually knows. They don't admit it. They say nothing. They go, but there is, and you know that in your own thing. I know fucking damn well what started this argument. It was because of that, right? When they don't admit that, that triggers the whole energy between the soulmates. Okay? So they can start to question a person's reality when you are connected to a 7. That would also mean 7 of Cups. Okay, 7 of Cups. So we are now in this state of illusion where you are questioning my reality of truth. Here, too. I told you the truth. I was forthright with you. You asked, I told you. When I did, you didn't like it and you ran off. Okay, you went. So because you did, I'm just stuck here with my own truth, knowing the fact that that was true. But if the other person is also gaslighting and in their head, they'll actually also believe the fact that that was you as well. And that'll keep this going as long as it takes for someone to buckle. Now, if you reach out and you say something and they don't listen, then you're still creating more of a drama out of a crisis here. Okay, so the advice from Spirit comes to this card, where it says, you've got a good thing going, don't ruin that shit. Okay, so what's this involving here? This, don't ruin that. 8. Stop acting childish, okay, and communicate and be honest and be truthful. But that the trouble is with the truth is that if you raise the issue and the other person doesn't want to admit that, there is nothing you can do to force someone to tell the truth if you think or feel that they are lying. Okay, because that would mean within my own right, the way I see it was not the way you see it. Okay, I see it this way, you see it that way. Okay, so is that the truth? Was that really what started this argument? Because we need to talk about it, because if it was, you need to admit that so we can resolve it. You cannot resolve an argument while still feeling really angry, but you can resolve it in the end when it comes down to being honest. What was it that mentioned around food or the way I look or the way you look? What is it that started me to want to avoid telling you what hurt my ego, okay, for us to be able to resolve this whole scenario? Because at the moment, as I'm doing this reading, you're mirroring one another. You both think that you're both equally to blame and also in the right. One believes they're in the right, the other person believes they're in the right. One person believes that they're wrong, that person believes that you're wrong. Two wongs don't make a white. Especially if you put a wong and make white it in, okay? So it doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't make lick of sense. Okay, so that's what I've got for you so far. I know these are quite short. Please stick in there, do not go anywhere. This goes to the full access bundle over on Patron only. Now, I have changed a lot of things up and it should explain to you in every single tier that is presented to you over on Patron. Okay, so the full access bundle. After this weekly's, everything will be done over on Patron only, okay? Because I need to do something for YouTube, so I'm doing the first weekly. But after this weekly, everything will be done on YouTube, on the full access bundle for tarot cards only. Now, we also have another tier now that is teaching everything spiritual that I know, literally everything, and everything that also comes up. And I have got so many ideas. There will be live events, there will be different things where I'll be going live. You can also come on the camera if you want to and speak to me. I think I can have up to 8 people, okay, on camera speaking and talking to one another. That will also be at a later date, but I need to build up the subscription rate first. So there's going to be loads of things over there, okay? Or you can have one or the other or both. It's up to you. But tarot readings and teaching are different, okay? They're 2 different tiers. I'm not quite sure how it works. Okay, but you'll have to stick around to know by me giving you notifications and speaking on here. All links can be provided below. Okay, if you want this, you'll need the full access tier. Tarot reading, full access bundle. Okay. Okay, so during that reading, I'm going to be doing your actual weekly reading and telling you what you've pretty much got coming up, clarifying the reading itself, and then looking at a few other cards of where we've got dark energy, messages of closure, and the hidden truth. Okay, so thank you so much. If you want to join, I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you over on the other side, Capricorn.